Now, welcome. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 principles that will help you reach your targets in business and in life generally, but in business, quicker and easier and in a more fun way than any other way possible. Okay? This is Ros Jones. I'm a business coach. I help people in business achieve their dreams and goals in a balanced way. Growing your business in a balanced way. Doesn't that sound good? And I'm going to share with you some tips for you to implement into your business so that you can do the same thing. It's all about the law of precession. The law of precession is another law, just like the law of gravity. It's a law. It means that everything happens at right angles. Everything happens at right angles. So there's work to do before you get your sales, right? So if you think about it as a right angled triangle, you've got point A at the top, the right angle is point B, and then you've got point C over here. And the temptation is to go straight from A to C to get to your goals as quickly as you can. But everything has to happen at right angles. So it's a bit at point B that we need to focus on. And I'm going to be sharing with you what happens at point B for you to implement yourself. Now, the law of precession, I had a great example by a guy called Buckminster Fuller. And he talks about how bees will go into a flower to take the nectar. But at the same time as they're taking the nectar, their legs are hanging at right angles. And so as a result of taking the nectar, their legs, as they come out of the flower, take the pollen. And then when they go into the next flower, they are cross-pollinating. So the pollination actually happens at right angles. The bee's legs are at right angles. So the immediate objective is to get the nectar, but actually something wonderful happens at right angles. So I'm going to share with you what I've come up with is the equivalent in business. The things that have to happen at point B, there's 5 principles here, and you might want to write them down. Number 1 is to build relationships, build and nurture relationships. This is the most number 1 important thing that we have to do in business. We have to build and nurture relationships. Whether that's with your prospects in order to turn them into clients, whether it's with your suppliers, it's even about your friends and family. Because sometimes in business, we can be so fixated about making the sales and focus on our business and working incredible long hours that actually everything else falls by the wayside. So we can forget to nurture our friends and family. We can forget to nurture all these important people in our business. So building and nurturing relationships is the first principle in business. We've got to build relationships every day. Take time every day to build and nurture relationships. And your clients as well, your customers, because it's 5 or 6 times easier and cheaper to sell to customers, existing customers, than it is to go and get out new ones. So while you're building relationships with prospects, really remember to look after your clients as well, because they'll want to come back and buy from you again. So remember your suppliers, your prospects, your customers, your friends and family, your partner, your kids, all of these people you've got to build and nurture relationships with. Number 2 is about looking after your personal health and well-being. Now, I love to quote the passage in Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where he uses the analogy of the Aesop fable, the goose with the goose that laid the golden egg. Remember the story, the farmer, he's a very poor farmer, he's got a goose, a pet goose, and one day it lays an egg and it turns out to be gold. He can't believe it, he gets it checked out, it's really solid gold. And the next day it lays another one, and the next day it lays another one, and the next day it lays another one. He becomes fabulously wealthy, and he also becomes fabulously greedy, and he wants all the eggs at once, so he kills the goose to get all the eggs, but of course there are none. So the message, the moral of this story, according to Covey, is actually we need to look after our goose, which is a production capability, if we are to have the production, which is the golden eggs. So we've got to have this in balance. The production and the production capability have to be in balance. We are the goose, so we need to look after the goose, just like you would with your car or any other instrument that you have. We need to look after the thing that is producing the work. So we need to look after our personal health and well-being. So how are you doing that? We all know this is true, but actually, again, we're super focused on our business to the detriment of everything else. Our own health and well-being goes out the window. We stop doing the exercise. We stop eating healthily. We prop ourselves up with caffeine and alcohol and all the other stimulants out there. So we need to be able to find time every single day, even if it's just 5 minutes, to look after our personal health and well-being. Number 3 is learn and grow. The principle that happens at right angles, learn and grow. If we're going to grow our business, which we need to, because if a business isn't growing, then it's dying, we need to grow ourselves first, whatever that means for you. So take some time every day, every week, to learn new stuff and then implement it into your business. You know, the easiest way to learn, you know, you can go on expensive courses, make an investment in yourself that way, and that's really important. I've spent hundreds of thousands of pounds over the years on developing myself. But the easiest way is just to read a book or listen to a book or listen to podcasts from interesting people that you admire. Reading and listening to other information just stimulates your mind. You'll get the amazing ideas that you can actually implement into your business. It's a way of expanding your mind to learn. And there's a thing called, to share with you here, the 30-10-5 rule. If you're reading a book or listening to a book, read it for 30 minutes at a time. Close your book or stop listening. Take out your notebook and write some notes. What have you learned? The key points you've just learned. Take 10 minutes to do that. And then spend 5 minutes in the day teaching it or sharing it with somebody else. Just like I'm sharing this stuff with you here. The 30-10-5 rule. The easiest way to learn new stuff, to embed your learning, is to share it or teach it to somebody else. Make sure you're doing this stuff though. And principle number 4 is about abundance. You know, we need to have an abundant mindset in business. No more scarcity, no more competition. It's about knowing there's enough for everybody. There's enough for everybody. There's plenty in this world. So know there's enough for everybody. Get rid of the scarcity mindset and just be grateful for everything. So take some time every day just to be grateful for the things that you have. And by adopting that positive outlook, you'll attract more things to be positive about. And then principle number 5, the things that have to happen at right angles, is to have fun. Now, arguably that could be principle number 1, but fun runs through everything. We need to take time every day to have some fun. And isn't that a fun thing to do? By following these 5 principles every day, doing something every day out of those 5 principles, I guarantee to you that you will reach your goals faster, easier, with more enjoyment than you would if you just tried to go straight for point C. So everything happens at right angles through B. Remember the principles. The principles are, number 1, build relationships. Number 2, look after yourself. Number 3, learn and grow. Number 4, abundance. Number 5, fun. So have fun with these, with implementation of these principles. If you get stuck or if you want some accountability help, then please do get in touch. I'd love it if you would subscribe to this channel and share your comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.